So we'll start out with food. So we'll start out with the bad first, the gross things that I had on my mission. I am not a fish person. I very much dislike fish, but in Poland they eat a lot of fish, and especially around Christmas time. They have a thing called Vigilia, and that's the Christmas Eve. And what you do is you eat fish, and they have this fish called sledge, and it is, I don't even know what it is, but it is so gross, and they make you eat it because it's tradition. So that's one thing I really didn't like, and other fishes as well, like catfish. You go into the markets and they actually have bins of just water with catfish in there and other fish, and they're like swimming around, and you have to get them with your bag and put them in the bag. And I just remember seeing people with their fish in the bag on like the little conveyor belt to checking out, and it's just flopping around because it just like suffocates to death. So just really interesting, but I guess that's the way they do it over there, and it's fresh, so I guess they like it, but I did not like it, and I don't think most missionaries like sledge. Some of the other fish maybe, but yeah, that's one thing I really didn't like. But other than that, the food is amazing. Like I love Polish food, and I really miss it. They do a lot of like cabbage, and there's something called bigos, and what they do is they take that cabbage, tons of different types, and what they do is they put it in a pot, and they season it, and they like put it outside for maybe like 4 days and let it kind of ferment, and then they put some kielbasa, so some Polish sausage in there, and they cook it up. And you'd think it'd be really gross, but it is amazing. It is really good, obviously depending on who cooks it, but I don't think it ever had any bigos that wasn't good. So that is something that I really like. Gołąbki is amazing as well, and what they do is they use that cabbage and they boil it and make it soft, and then they put some like a meat inside, or sometimes they use mushrooms and stuff, and it's really good, and they'll put some like red sauce on it. I don't know exactly what it is, but it's amazing. So those are a couple of my favorites. But the traditional foods, obviously Polish sausage, right? It's really good. I love Polish sausage. They call it kielbasa in Poland. And there's a lot of different kinds that they have, and I don't think I ever had any that was gross. And then their traditional soups. So żurek is one of my favorites. I don't even know what's in it, but it's really tasty. And actually, you might be familiar with the restaurant Zupa's. Zupa in Polish means soup. And I believe it's similar in other European Slavic countries as well, but that's just kind of a fun fact. And then pierogi, which are amazing, and they fill them with a ton of different things. Z mięsem, so with meat, z serem, so with cheese, and then my least favorite, mushrooms. I'm not a huge fan of mushrooms, but a lot of people really like those. So pierogi are really good as well. One thing I love is their yogurt. I don't know what it is about their yogurt, but their yogurt is to die for, and I wish they had it here because like I crave it all the time. But yeah, you'll just have to go test that out. And then the juice. I don't know where they come up with all these juices, but it's really good. They have like a banana juice, they have cherry and apple, and it's the best juice I've ever had. So there is tons and tons of good food in Poland, and I miss it a ton. I wish I was a good cook and could make it here, but I'm not that great, so